Today we are going to read Act 1, Scene 5 with you. This time you get to play the part of Romeo. I'm here with Miss Unterlander. Miss Unterlander, who are you going to be today?
Today I will be first servingman, Capulet, and Juliet.
I will play the part of second and third servingman. I'll be Tybalt, Capulet's cousin, and Benvolio. Now, Romeo, in the previous scene, was hanging out with some friends. They intercepted a letter from the Capulets, which said basically, if you're not a Montague, you're welcome to come to our party tonight. Like good teenagers, they're deciding to crash this party. And how do you think Romeo's feeling coming into this scene?
He's there against his will. He's not feeling it. He's still all broken up about Rosaline. He does not want to be there.
He was so invested in Rosaline. He thought she was like his life mate. And
yeah,
he's pretty torn up. So I'm pretty sure he's coming in thinking that there could be no possible more beautiful person than Rosaline in the world. His friends have assured him otherwise. And Mercutio went on in the Queen Mab speech for quite a lengthy discussion about Queen Mab visiting him in his dreams, and sometimes there are some things in our unconscious mind that aren't in our conscious mind. So I think he's suggesting maybe that Romeo should have an open mind going into this scene. So let's turn to Romeo and Juliet. This is scene 5. We've got some serving men coming forth, and they've got napkins.
Where's pot pan that he helps not to take away? He shift a trencher, he scrape a trencher.
When good manners shall lie in one or two men's hands, and they unwashed, too, 'tis a foul thing.
Away with the joint stools, remove the court cupboard, look to the plate. Good, thou save me a piece of marchpane, and as thou loves me, let the porter let in Susan Grindstone, and now. Antony, pot pan!
Aye, boy, ready.
You are looked for and called for, asked for and sought for, in the great chamber.
We cannot be here and there too. Cheerly, boys, be brisk a while, in the longer liver take all.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes unplagued with corns will walk about. Ah, my mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? She that makes dainty, she, I'll swear, hath corns. Am I come near ye now? Welcome, gentlemen. I have seen the day that I have worn a visor, and could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as would please. 'Tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You are welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play. A hall, give room and foot it, girls. More light, you knaves, and turn the tables up, and quench the fire, the room has grown too hot. Ah, sirrah, this unlooked-for sport comes well. Nay, sit, good cousin Capulet, for you and I are past our dancing days. How long is it now since last yourself and I were in a match?
By Our Lady, 30 years.
What, man, 'tis not so much, 'Tis since the nuptial of Lucentio, come Pentecost as quickly as it will, some 25 years, and then we met.
No, 'tis more. His son is elder, sir. His son is 30.
Will you tell me that? His son was but a ward 2 years ago. I know not, sir.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. What dares the slave come hither, covered with his antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz, let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. And to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not for the wealth of all this town here in my house do him disparagement. Therefore, be patient, take no note of him. It is my will, the which of thou respect. Show a fair presence and put off these frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for a priest.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I will not endure him.
He shall be endured. What, good man, boy, I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here, or you? Go to. You'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul. You'll make a mutiny among my guests. You will set cock a hoop. You'll be the man.
Uncle, 'tis a shame.
Go to. Go to. You are a saucy boy. If so indeed, this trick may chance to scathe you. I know what. You must contrary me. Marry this time. Well said, my heart. You are a princox. Go! Be quiet, or more light for shame. I'll make you quiet. What cheerly, my heart.
Patience. Perforce with willful choler meeting makes my flesh tremble in their different greeting. I will withdraw. This intrusion shall, now seeming sweet, convert to bitterest gall.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this, for saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss. Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer. Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake. And my lips have the sin that they have took. You kiss by the book.
Madam, your mother craves a word with you. Mary Bachelor, her mother, is the lady of the house, and a good lady and a wise and virtuous. I nursed her. Daughter that you talked with, all I tell you. He that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks. Away, be gone. The sport is at the best.
Nay, gentlemen, prepare to be gone. We have a trifling, foolish banquet towards. Is it e'en so? Why then I thank you all. I thank you, honest gentlemen, good night. More torches here. Come on then, let's to bed. Ah, sirrah, by my fay, it waxes late. I'll to my rest. Come hither, nurse. What is yond gentleman?
Why, that's the son and heir of old Tiberio.
What's he that now is going out of the door?
Oh, marry that, I think he be young Petruchio.
What's he that follows here that would not dance?
I know not.
Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and he's a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now of one I danced withal.
Anon, come, Let's away. The strangers are all gone. So ends Act 1 with Scene 5. Doesn't seem like Tybalt's too happy with the turn of events.
Oh no, he was quite angry.
He has definitely promised something bad is going to happen later for these guys crashing this party. And what about...
Yeah, he walked away for now, but...
What about Romeo and Juliet?
plans.
What's in store for them based on what we've seen in this scene?
Well, I think they shall meet again, if the prologue told us anything.
So this is interesting. This is where it becomes a little bit tricky because they seem to have experienced some sort of love at first sight. And it's, you almost, and you either have to believe in love at first sight or not. But for this scene to make sense, they both seem to be entwined. And our prologue told us they're star-crossed lovers and there is some sort of fate going on here. But I think to read the rest of the play, we need to assume that true love is a possibility in the world and that this is what they may be experiencing. Would you agree?
I would agree, yes. They're certainly enamored with each other right from that first meeting. Mm-hmm. And Romeo does not hold back. He's kissed her. She's taken the sin from his lips in that kiss. They're treating this very seriously.
I really like with Romeo, though, that and Juliet too, that they don't care about past histories and family feuds. And I think this is what Shakespeare really wants us to get at, that all of that extra baggage doesn't matter if you feel connected with somebody. And so I think this is our first chance for them to get together. But unfortunately, as we've seen, the families are already starting to get in the way of that happening. Even the nurse, who thinks Romeo's a pretty good-looking guy, is pretty hesitant about this because of who he is and what his name is. What's in a name after all? Mm-hmm. So that ends our scene. Thank you for joining us today, and good luck with the rest of the play.